Daniel RPK at it again, was stealing information from others, claiming it for himself, and getting all the credit. This guy's a real piece of work. And when I saw it, he tried to tell everyone a specific time. I was like, man, you're looking to get crucified, because that timing was not at all accurate. And not only did I try to warn him and everyone else, especially on all my social media accounts, by using hashtag #BePatient, but I laughed my ass off when time was up and nothing happened. Karma finally hit this man, and man, they ripped him apart on Twitter. It was fucking brutal. I loved every moment of it. Get the gullible ass kissers. We're taking his word for it. So yeah, Daniel, take that fucking L. Because I'm not paying for late pizza, which is almost an hour fucking late, man. And when it finally happened, people were saying that he was vindicated, but for what? Stealing the elite title from someone else? Even after he tweeted that he was taking the L, and it was finally announced, and people gave him shit after someone pointed out that someone else already leaked the title way before he did. And then he had the balls to retweet someone in support of vindication, and everyone started calling him out. And of course, just like when I found out that he came onto my fan support page, stole my information, and was given no credit by Armin from ComboCast, who still until this very day never responded to any of my messages. Thanks a lot, pal. And it was deja vu all over again. Even when Andy Signor got involved, because people were claiming that Andy and Phantom Wire stole Daniel's scoop 6 hours before they made the post that Andrew and Toby have signed on, he then later got caught in another lie when he backpedaled and stated that Toby was not signed on yet, and that he was being a diva, and that both actors weren't signed on yet. I mean, really? Does Daniel even keep track of his reports? Because it's all over the place, and he's always getting caught in a lie. It's like both Daniel RPK and Grace Randolph are living in the shadows of El Mayimbe. The only difference is between Grace and El Mayimbe is that at least they don't go around stealing other people's information and claiming it as their own. Could it be a possibility that others made a report on it and he was completely in the dark about it? Of course, it's a very high possibility. But considering his timing is coincidental, especially after what happened to me from personal experience, and I'm glad he fled from my fan support page. This is exactly why I love having the fan support page, because in a way it keeps other scoopers from stealing my info. Although it's not 100% effective, people have been really respectful of keeping everything to themselves, and if they choose to talk about it on social media, they also give me credit for it, so I really do appreciate that. And look, I was really worried at one point when that was leaked and it became viral, and then I would get in trouble with my sources who would give me 100% accurate information from the past Spider-Man films. But when I explained to them what happened, they understood that sometimes it does happen, especially from this fraudulent scooper who came onto my personal page, stole information, and you know, posted about it and gave himself credit. And I just didn't expect it from someone who has a massive following. Look at the differences between the following he has and mine. Why? Why would you do that to me? I mean, he has a massive following. He's been deceiving from back in the day, from the whole Dylan O'Brien rumors. And he went through all that trouble to delete every tweet associated with it. But here's the thing. When you do a search on Google, people's responses that's tied to his tweets, it still shows up. So nice try, but no cigar. The whole thing is, back in the day with the whole Dylan O'Brien thing, it was between myself, Reddit leaker, and Daniel RPK. And I'm sure eventually he will delete, you know, the I will take the L for being wrong about the exact time of the title reveal, like as if it never happened, because that's just how he works. And when people, you know, start to notice who he is and everything, and they try to look back as to what he reported, what was false, you can't find any evidence unless somebody was smart enough to, you know, take a screen capture and people are aware that this guy's full of shit. That's all he does. He follows others, steals their information, puts it out on his Patreon while people are paying for this information, and it's information that he stole from other scoopers. And there's really no way to find out, because you have to be on his Patreon to see what he's talking about, unless somebody reports about it, which happens all the time. See, this is exactly as to why I got involved in doing scoops for the Spider-Man film to begin with, because of asshats like Daniel RPK, who is a 100% fraudulent scooper. And you can always go back and watch my videos on what happened in the past. I don't want to go through that again. And let's just talk about something else for a second. And what's really hilarious is that everyone was obsessing about the fake titles and his shadow in this photo, so I decided to have a little fun with it on my social media accounts. Anyway, let's get down to when to expect the Venom Let There Be Carnage trailer. And I know it was rumored to come out on the Super Bowl Sunday, but I didn't hear anything about it, hence why I didn't bother making a video about it. I know somebody asked me about it, and I'm like, well, I heard it's coming out on Super Bowl Sunday, but I didn't hear anything on my end. But I did get an update as to when to expect the trailer, and something I learned about what to expect in the trailer. So, you know the deal. If you want to know what it is, you can only find out on my fan support.
Face it, Tiger, you just hit the jackpot. Woo!